And joining me now here on set is Amy Walter, publisher and editor-in-chief of the Cook Political Report. Amy, thanks so much for joining us.
Look, glad to be here.
What an interesting race here in Long Island. You know, it's no surprise that Republicans are talking up the issue of immigration, but the Democrat, Tom Suozzi, is also coming out with ads of his own. What does that say about the impact of this issue?
Yeah, that it is happening as an issue all over the country, especially here in Long Island, because, you know, when you're in Long Island, you're not that far from the city of New York, where there is a migrant crisis, where the mayor himself has called out the administration.
Yeah, and though in Long Island, migrants haven't been bused there, but it is part of that
But it's part
market.
of the, exactly, that you're in that media market in the same way that the issue of crime was used really effectively by Republicans in New York State in the last election, right? Looking at the crime that was happening, especially in and around New York City, and saying this is the result of policies of Democrats, right? Especially the governor, Kathy Hochul. That was really, really effective. And so what we're seeing in this contest here is, yes, a Democrat who's trying to go on offense right now, knowing that it's going to be a hot topic, trying to show that he's on the right side of this issue. I thought it was really interesting, too, that he talks about border security over here, but also immigration as looking for a pathway and looking for ways to compromise, which, when we go back to your last conversation, it looks as if House Republicans are not particularly interested in compromise.
And that was going to be my next question. How does any potential deal on border security funding over the next couple of days or weeks, how does that factor into this? This election is on February 13th.
That's right.
How does, what happens if there is a deal, although right now it's looking like Mike Johnson doesn't want it?
It doesn't look that way. I mean, I still think they will be fighting about what his policies and his positions were when he was in Congress and when he was running for governor. What's also interesting, we will have abortion also in this debate. The Democrats who are supporting Suozzi up with ads accusing the Republican of being part of the MAGA majority, being too restrictive on abortion. So abortion and immigration, two issues we know are going to be hot topics in 2024, get their sort of debut in a special election in February.
That is incredibly interesting with both parties focusing on each of those issues. For Democrats, though, what do you think will happen here in terms of turnout? Will the abortion issue really affect turnout in this race?
That's what they're hoping. And I just talked to folks last week about this, that it will help to generate enthusiasm. Now, New York, notably, the issue of abortion didn't generate enough enthusiasm in that state in 2022, like it did in places like Michigan, where there was an actual ballot initiative. You saw turnout really go up in a state like New York or some of these other blue states like California, Oregon, where voters didn't really feel like abortion was at stake because they think, well, I'm in a blue state, this doesn't really apply to us. You didn't see that really strong turnout from Democrats. So we will see whether now that the issue is still being discussed, and we obviously are going to have another court decision on the abortion medication, that the issue is still front and center.
A lot to watch there. And before I let you go, though, what does this mean for Speaker Mike Johnson's razor-thin majority? If the Democrat wins here, it goes down to 2 seats?
That's right.
And then if Steve Scalise remains hospitalized because of cancer, is sidelined because of cancer treatments, it goes down to 1. How significant is this race for that House majority?
I think it's going to tell us a lot more about not just what the majority is now, but what it could look like in 2024. This is a district that Democrats need to win in the sense that it's a Biden district. Biden won this district by 8. These are the kind of districts Democrats say, we can win these. We only need to win 5 districts like these. We get the majority back. But if they don't win there in this February, they're going to have a hard time making the case in November. Totally different elections. One's a special, one's in November, but still, the optics won't be great.
Amy Walter, thanks so much for joining us and speaking to us about this key race to watch early on this cycle. Amy, thanks.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.